A very beautiful Saturday afternoon it is, and this is welcoming you to the program Shagalinku on ARTV Kanu. My name is Ambassador Emmanuel Gabari, and it's good to be back here with you again. And thanks to everyone who's been sending us their feedbacks on Facebook, on YouTube, telling us how much they love the program. We truly, truly appreciate, and keep watching ARTV and keep sending your comments. Your comments are what helps us to shaping and build the program better. Okay, today we have a whole lot lined up. I have a guest in the house, but I won't let you know who the guest is. Let's just take this African proverb that resonates with all of us. We take that, we do a short music break, and then when we come back, I'll let you know who my guest is. I'm sure you don't want to miss this. Once again, welcome to Shagalinku on ARTV. Cool. So like I told you before, we have a guest in the house. And today we're looking at maternal health. You know, up till now, Nigeria still ranks high in issues of maternal mortality. And we feel that no woman should die giving birth to another person. So, and we'll also be looking at a whole lot when it comes to issues that affect women, the girl child education, and particularly gender-based violence. So I'd like to introduce my guest, and then we'll take it from there. Please join me as I welcome Hajia Zuwaira Omar. Should I give you a clap?
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming.
You're most welcome.
We really appreciate it. I know you're a very, very busy person, and thank you for coming. Is there anything you want to add into this maternal health advocate that you are? How did you even start the journey of going into community work and all of that?
Okay, thank you so much for the wonderful introduction. Well, like you said, the journey didn't just start now. Well, it started from 2009. Yeah, it started from 2009. I remember I started as a volunteer without even any knowledge of what the civic space is. I started as
Maybe because of the passion.
not really for the passion, you're out of school, nothing to do.
Just something to while away time.
Exactly. So as the activities was going on, and I felt that, okay, this is something that I could do to improve on my community. And for me, it feels like I'm doing like Sadaqatul Jariyah for my community, because I noticed that each time we go for an activity, it impacts on the life of people, it improves their way of living, it improves the way they communicate. We give them access to government, we give them access to so many things that they were not privileged to access
before.
Yes. So I now developed a passion, and I said, yeah, this is something I think it's worth doing. And Alhamdulillah, so far so good. We have been impacted in the lives of people.
Wow. What are the problems that women and girls still face, even in 2026? You'll be shocked that there are places where women still don't have a voice. There are places where women's issues are being discussed by men, which is not supposed to be. So what are some of those issues that women and girls still have that we need to improve on?
Okay, so let me start with my community, that is the North. Just like you said, issues around women and girls, men take it upon themselves to speak for us without consulting us. And we are still having that. We are not being given enough voices to voice our concern. They should allow women and girls to speak for themselves. We know where the shoe pins, not for them to speak for us, and not to assume this is what we need. Because the era of our mothers is quite different from ours, and the era of our children is different from ours. So they should allow every woman to express herself by herself, and not assume that, okay, this is what we need.
Still coming back to the issue of women and girls, do you also think that maybe we have very few women who are like you, who are advocates, who are there championing? Because one thing is to give a quota and say, okay, the XYZ number for women, like they say, affirmative action and the rest. What about the issue of women also taking up those spaces? Would you encourage more women to be outgoing, to pick up spaces, and even show interest? That's even what I wanted to
Yes,
ask.
yes, we have. Yeah, I believe in that, and that is why I'm one of the advocates for that affirmation action. And we need more women in the legislation.
Yeah.
Take, for instance, Kano State House of Assembly. We have 40 members, not a single woman. Not a single woman. There was a time I was at the assembly and I looked at their wonderful calendar and I said, this calendar looks so good, but something is missing. And they said, hey, the printer did this. And I said, no, it's not the printer. There is no woman who is representing us. Who is representing us there? And they said, so and so is the chairman women club. And I said, it sounds funny. Let me ask him a simple question. Honorable, what is PMS? And they all looked at each other. What is PMS? Which it's premenstrual syndrome. Every woman goes through that. But how can you say that a man will know about that? So when you talk about menstrual hygiene, the only thing they can do is to advocate for free pads.
Yeah,
That's not
which
what.
goes beyond that.
Exactly,
Yeah,
it goes beyond that. So if we have a legislator there, a female legislator in the
yeah,
State House of Assembly, she would advocate for the menstrual hygiene, mental health affecting women during menstrual periods and girls, then advocate for safer deliveries, more provision for maternal health and child, even though Kano State is doing wonderfully well
well,
in this area of maternal and child health care, but she will advocate for that. She will even advocate for more laws to protect our children. And even if there are laws, she will make sure that those laws are implemented,
implemented. Yeah.
are implemented, not laws that are enacted and just kept on the shelves of the library.
When we come back, we'll still continue. I'd like her to delve into the issue of maternal health. Why are our women still not accessing maternal health? Some women still stay at home up until maybe a week or two when they're about to deliver before they go. Some women even stay in the house till the delivery day before they go to the hospital. And by the time they get to the hospital, so much would have happened. So some women don't go or don't like going to the hospital. They will say their grandmother delivered at home, their great grandmother delivered at home. So it shows that you're a strong woman if you deliver at home. And complications can come up which you may not know, and then some people will lose the baby and even lose the mother. What do you think women should do, especially when they notice that they are pregnant?
Okay, that era has passed. I think women should even start from the antenatal because some of the complicated issues that comes up during childbirth are easily detected during the
Antenatal.
antenatal. Yeah, sometimes you will find a woman having an ectopic pregnancy, which whereby the baby is big.
Outside the womb.
Yeah, yeah. So if you don't go for antenatal, how would you be able to trace those kind of
Issues.
issues? So I advise women to go to for antenatal and make sure that they deliver, even though even though there are cases whereby it has become necessary for women to give birth. I know that the state government are doing wonderfully well when it comes to issues of MNCH in Kano State, but we need to do more. We need to do more because most of our primary health care, which is the first
Port of call for
port of
anyone.
call
Yeah.
for any pregnant woman, is the primary health care. But you find out that they don't run 24-hour services. So they have to go to secondary facilities. And sometimes those secondary and tertiary facilities are overcrowded. So women feel comfortable, okay, let me just give birth because if I go there, I won't be attended on time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but it's good to go there because there are complications that might not be detected until when it's time for delivery.
Delivery.
And how can a midwife do that. If the baby comes breech, what will she do?
At that emergency time.
Exactly, exactly. So I will advise women not to be women of Hebrew or
Yeah.
Sarauni Yermata. Please, and please, and please, and please, it's advisable to go for antenatal and deliver in a hospital.
Okay. Now that you've said that, I'd like to ask as well, what's the role of men in all of this? Because sometimes you hear women will say their husband didn't give them permission to do this and all of that. And then when it gets to the emergency, by the time they're even trying to reach their husband, the situation would have gotten worse, either the woman losing the baby
Yeah.
or the baby dying or both of them and all of that. What's the role of men in all of this to also help their wives during those
Yeah,
periods?
they play a very, very crucial role because when it comes to finances, the men handle the finances. And thank God, in most hospitals in Kano State, it's free delivery. So there are all these delivery kits that the state government provided. So
There's no excuse.
exactly, there is no excuse. And even now, we have started advocating for men to be accompanying their
Their
wives
wives.
for antenatal, because when you accompany her, you give her the moral support and the moral backing. And sometimes we women are very lax when it comes to taking medication. So when a man goes with his wife and he knows that she's supposed to take 5 medicines in a day and 2 are meant for in the afternoon, the 5 are in the morning, so he will be the one to say,
A reminder.
but you are supposed to take 5, not 2. So they play a very, very crucial role in that. And some hospitals, I know that they do allow men into
The
delivery
delivery room.
rooms. Those ones are for the, the ajebos. But if you're able to do that, Mr. Emmanuel, I think just accompany your wife into a delivery room, and you will know that bringing forth a life, it's not an easy task. So we need your support. And any man that does that to his wife, wallahi, the next time if he enters the delivery room, the next time she's given birth, he will be the one to take extra careful about
About
her.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's even delve into this other part where a lot of times you hear about women empowerment that they talk about it sometimes. What do you think women really would need when it comes to empowerment? Is it that you can empower women with skills and then they build up from there? Or is it that if we find maybe organizations or government interventions where they give women money to establish businesses, that can also serve as empowerment? Because the issue here is that sometimes, even when government empowers women with money, if they come back maybe 2 3 months later, they find that that money maybe they didn't utilize it well because there was no guidance of someone or an NGO or an organization helping these women stage by stage. So in your view, and as someone who is always in the field, what is more of an empowerment for a woman? Is it the skill, the cash, or both of them?
Well, I feel that the skill matters, because no matter what, you can't take whatever you acquire, the skill and the knowledge you
Knowledge.
acquire during the training. It will never be taken away from you, no matter how much money you are being given and you squander it. It will just go, but that skill will always be with you. And the mistake we make in Nigeria is we take empowerment as a financial empowerment, but the meaning of empowerment is to get somebody who already has that knowledge of that skill you are trying to enlighten him about, and improve on what he is doing already.
Already.
Yes,
Okay.
so that is why it's not sustainable. We just pick people without doing needs assessment. We don't assess their needs. Okay, if a legislator is doing an empowerment program, he does it randomly. Let me just empower women on pasta making, awara making, tailoring, but not knowing that maybe Zuwaira has a passion for shoemaking.
Okay.
Maybe I have a passion for men's clothing, or I have passion for just lily. But nobody takes that into consideration. And when you just empower me on that, I will just come collect the money.
The interest will not be there.
Exactly, and use it for another thing.
Purpose, yes.
Yeah. So when if you are if they are being given the skills and they are being
Guided step by step.
Yeah, like the apprenticeship
Programs.
program whereby they are being mentored. So after they have graduated from that training, then the money will be given to them to start up or to scale up the
business. Yes, yes. So we'll be looking at the girl child education. What do you think we should do concerning the girl child education? Are we getting somewhere? Are we improving?
Yes, Alhamdulillah, we have improved. We have improved to the extent that now I feel like the boys are being marginalized.
True,
yeah,
true.
Yeah, like the boys are being marginalized. In Kano State, priority has been given to the girl
Yeah.
child. So we are doing well. The only thing is the empowerment program should not stop at secondary school level. It should continue into up to tertiary institution, because when you go there, it's more of the men, it's more of the boys, and even the scholarship program that they are taking them to abroad for
Further studies.
yeah, for foreign studies. I think more of girls too should be encouraged.
Included, okay.
And they should even look at the medical line. Yeah, we need more female gynecologists. We need, even though we do have them, but we need more of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need more of them. We need so that it will be like a motivation for other.
From there, Zibah will be joining us on the youth segment, and she'll be talking about something very important. So I'd like us to just go take that one. Zibah, if you are ready, let's have you on the youth segment, and then when we come back, my guest will be giving her final words of encouragement, and then we'll be wrapping up the show.
So please, I'm asking a question. Do you think interns should be paid, or what's your take on this?
My own take on that. Let me just say, normally in the business world in general, as a full-time worker, normally there is always a benefit, like aside the pay, there is always a little benefit that the employers get, right? That okay, when they work, they give them their salaries, they pay them their wages, but they still have some benefits aside that. So as an intern, you are there to learn. And looking at the economy of Nigeria in general, we spend transport and this and that. It is actually a thing to at least appreciate their efforts for okay learning and trying to okay gain a skill or gain a knowledge just to improve themselves, and not only for themselves, to help the economy or to help the nation at large. So there should be a form of appreciation, so that at least to encourage them, because it's not just for them to just learn and at least appreciate their effort. When you see that okay, they are doing something tangible. Let's just say the first month you can still watch the way they do, and then probably as the time goes on, you see their effort, the effort they are putting into learning. I have some people that I train normally, that like I train them skills like digital skills rather. So when I train them, looking at the way their attitude towards the thing I'm teaching them, and then at least you want to appreciate that their effort. So through that, I at least give them one or two things just to appreciate that okay, this person, they're actually trying to help themselves. So as an intern that is trying to learn one or two skills, you help them or you appreciate them or encourage them by at least giving them something. Even if it's not up to what you pay for the normal workers, at least give them something to at least encourage them. They pay for transport, they pay for this, they pay for that. So we should also consider that as one of the reasons why they should be paid. So I think, to me, interns should be paid.
I believe that interns should actually be paid, because in as much as internship is a primary contribution that one was actually on your goal, I mean, interns show a lot of commitment and dedication to the organization they are in. So I know some organizations cannot offer full salaries and all, but at least a little incentives should be given, to boost commitment and their morale to work. So yeah, they should be paid.
Today we'll be talking about a very sensitive topic related to the youth most especially. So I am asking, in the process of internship, do you think that they should be paid? Now, for those of you who do not know, internship is a form of program that one does for a short period of time or are stated by the employers before you start getting paid. Now, in the kind of world we are today, we know that a whole lot of people are graduating out of school from NYSC, and definitely they are looking for a job to settle in. Now, when they go for interviews to get employed, the employers will tell them, okay, you are good, but you have to intern. Most times, the period of time for internship is not even stated, and most times they tell you, okay, you intern for 5 months, 6 months, like I said, depending on the organizers and all of that. In my opinion, I feel like, okay, even if you're not paying me a huge amount of money, just a little stipend, for example, 30,000, 40,000, for you to tell me that, okay, I see what you're doing, I see how committed you are. Because if you think about it, interns also put in the work a 9 to 5 or a regular full-time staff put in. So why shouldn't I as an intern be given something? Interns also close late, go early, prepare worksheets, and a whole lot of things you can think about. So why shouldn't you pay them? I understand that you are still trying to assess them and to know if they are good or they're just here to play with your work and all of that. You can put them on a short time test and see how committed they are. Would they still come to work as often as you expect them to come? Okay, even when they come to work, do they put in the energy, the effort, and all of that needed? After considering all these things, you can say, okay, this person is very serious with my work, and to show appreciation, let me give them a little token or a little stipend instead of them just going all dry. Because the money they use for transportation, most times they live very far away from the firm or the organization they're working for, the transportation, what they eat, and all of that. So it would be very, very inhuman and unfair, if you ask me honestly, to just assume that they are okay, to assume that they have it all figured out. Even if they do, you as the employer has the upper hand to say, okay, I see what you're doing, I encourage you by giving you this little something. That is all I can say for today, but I really, really want to know your take on this. Do you think interns should be paid, or do you think that they are still fresh, let them just come and we'll see how it goes from there? Thank you so much, and until I come your way, my name remains Zibah for Shagalinku. Stay locked in. See you on the next episode.
Welcome back. We're still on Shagalinku, and remember that on Sunday evening, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. I'll be here, God willing, to do the program ARTV Sunday Splash, where you can call in and we'll play you good songs and you greet your friends and loved ones. We'll quickly go on a break now, and it's called Miliki segment, where we talk about celebrations and ceremonies that are held across the state and beyond. And then, like I said before, my guests will come back and then wrap up the program.
You say it's a global village, and what you do for me can also have a rippling effect for yourself. So it's good that even when we feel we're busy, as many comments as we see on our pages or on any post we do, we like, we comment, and even share, so that it will boost, it will get more reach. She has talked about timing, and Gopon also talked about timing, so no need to overflow that. Our fifth point is boosting of your posts, which also ties with comments, sharing, and all of that. There's also people who do social media boostings too.
Tala, what's up? Tala.
Let there be light.
On the 3rd of February, Partners West Africa Nigeria P1 hosted a vital town hall meeting. The main goal of this gathering was to shed light on the Police Act of 2020. In a room filled with community members and stakeholders, the event focused on making sure people understood the law, promoting the rights of every citizen, and building a stronger, more peaceful relationship between the community and the police through open dialogue. After the opening introduction, everyone stood together to recite the national anthem. This was a proud moment that reminded everyone that we are all together for a better Nigeria.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians all are proud to serve our sovereign motherland.
The session officially began with an address by Aisha Issa, who was introduced by Mr. Benjamin Daniel. She spoke passionately about what P1 stands for as an organization. P1 aims to empower citizens with knowledge so that they can stand up for their rights with confidence.
So we want to increase awareness on the Police Act.
One of the most engaging parts of the day came when Mr. Sadaki Samani took the floor. He focused on a very particular issue, knowing your right. He told everyone that no one should be harassed or abused simply for asking or seeking clarification during a police encounter.
Why is it necessary that we always engage in talking about rights when sometimes those rights are not actually respected? And they are not given much cognizance, especially in our peculiarities and in certain circumstances. Not only in our own country, but in so many other places around the globe. Any law which is inconsistent with the provision of the Constitution, that law is considered null and void.
This sparked an intense and emotional conversation. Many members shared their personal experience. Some shared stories of pains and others shared their hope for change. It was a rare moment of raw honesty that showed exactly why the community needs to be better informed.
They just come out, they have shouted and asked me to come out of my chemist. I immediately came out. They have put me into the car. And I saw one person there inside the car with handcuffs. So I was so tired, I was shocked. I was afraid what happens to me. I know that I did not commit any crimes. I have no any issues with police.
Watakila wani ya dan ture ka ko kai ka ture wani sai ya je gaya wa jami'an tsaro cewa wannan mutum bangaje ne yayi daga zuwa tafiya za a yi da kai kuma idan aka tafi da kai din nan musamman idan yana da yan canji a wajensa ya dalili yayi mika masa to wallahi in mafi hankali ba kai ma daga nan sai za a saka.
As the meeting drew to a close, Mr. Sani Amani gave the final remark. He explained that P1's work is not one-sided. They travel to different communities to sensitize both the public and the police officers themselves. He emphasized that when the police know the law and the citizens know their rights, it creates a system of check and balance. At the end of the day, his message was simple. When everyone is educated, everyone can be held accountable for their actions.
We are going to train members of the public so that this right that we told you about, we are going to tell them that they have the same rights. So that at the end of the day, you cannot say, I won't say it, but that is the essence of this sensitization. To continue making awareness, the more people know about it, the lesser the breach and violation. I don't know whether I'm making sense.
If you resist arrest, it will be an offense according to them. And if you follow them, their intents will get out of control. What do you do in situations like this?
Koko ya tsari ne saboda a wurin wani aka saurin lokaci a nan ake samun matsala. Shi wannan first information report da za a rubuta sai ka ga.
Thank you, Zibah, for also giving us the youth segment. So we're wrapping up now, and I'd like our guest, in your final words, what would you like to say to women, and then who would you like to send your greetings to as we wrap up?
Okay, so I would like to say to women that they should come out and participate in the electoral processes. They should support women. Women supported women. It shouldn't be just on social media, but it should be in action. We should try as much as possible come in 2027 to see that at least we have one representative from the in Kano State, a female representative who will take up women's issue. And at the Resource Center for Human Rights and Civic Education, we take women and gender issues very, very seriously. Well, I would like to send out a shout out to my mom. I know she's watching right now, Hajia Halima Mohammed. and my husband. Thank you so much, and my siblings.
Okay, so I want to thank everyone for joining us, and yes, once again, thanks to our guest Hajia Zuwaira Omar for coming, and thank you to all of you that have been watching us. My name is Ambassador Emmanuel Gabari, saying have a beautiful Saturday and enjoy the rest of the day. Bye bye.